This looks fake, but it isn't, and once you understand why this illusion works, you'll never trust your eyes the same way again. What you're seeing right now isn't CGI, editing, or a trick. It's a real optical illusion, and it exposes a serious flaw in how your brain processes motion and patterns. Let me show you what's really happening. To truly get what's going on, we first need to talk about how your brain even sees things in the first place. It feels instant, right? You open your eyes, and boom, the world is just there. But that's another illusion. What's actually happening is a complex, lightning-fast process involving light, your eyes, and a massive amount of brain power. Light bounces off an object, enters your pupils, and hits the retina at the back of your eye. The retina is packed with millions of light-sensitive cells called rods and cones. These cells convert the light into electrical signals. These signals then travel down the optic nerve, a superhighway of information, straight to your brain's visual cortex, located at the very back of your head. Now here's where it gets weird. The brain doesn't just receive a perfect picture like a camera. It gets a messy, upside-down, two-dimensional signal full of holes and blind spots. Your brain then has to work incredibly hard to interpret this data, flip it the right way up, fill in the gaps, and create the seamless, three-dimensional world you experience. It's less like watching a movie and more like your brain is a detective, taking clues and making its best guess about what's out there. This guesswork is key. Your brain uses shortcuts or heuristics based on past experiences to make sense of the world quickly. It assumes that light comes from above, that straight lines stay straight, and that objects that look a certain way will behave predictably. Most of the time, these shortcuts work perfectly. But when they don't, that's when we get optical illusions. So let's look back at this illusion. What you're seeing are patterns and motion interacting in a very specific way. Your brain is trying to apply its usual rules to what it's seeing, but the visual information is designed to break those rules. Let's break it down. Notice the repeating patterns. Our brains are incredible pattern recognition machines. It's an evolutionary survival skill spotting the pattern of a predator in the grass, for example. When we see a strong, repeating pattern like this, our brain locks onto it. It expects the pattern to be stable. Now, let's introduce the motion. When something moves across this fixed, high-contrast pattern, things get confusing for your brain. Specialized neurons in your visual cortex are responsible for detecting motion. Some neurons fire when they see movement to the right, others for movement to the left, up, down, and so on. But when a moving object's edges interact with a static, detailed background pattern, it can cause conflicting signals. Different sets of motion-detecting neurons can be activated simultaneously, or they can get confused, firing when there isn't actually motion in that direction or failing to fire when there is. This particular motion illusion is a fantastic example of neural confusion. Your brain is trying to do two things at once: track the overall motion of the object and also process the intricate details of the static pattern behind it. The conflict between these two tasks leads to a perceptual error. Your brain essentially says, I see the object moving and I see the static pattern. The way these two are interacting doesn't make sense based on my past experiences. So I'm going to make my best guess. That guess results in the strange, warping, or distorted effect you see. The object seems to bend, stretch, or lag in a way that defies physics. It's not a flaw in your eyes, it's a feature of your brain's efficient, but sometimes flawed visual processing. It's a glitch in the software, not the hardware. Think of it like this: imagine you're listening to a song with a very clear beat, but someone is talking over it, slightly out of sync. Your brain might struggle to focus on both the rhythm and the words, and you might mishear one or the other. This visual illusion is the optical equivalent of that. The steady pattern is the beat, and the moving object is the out-of-sync voice. The result is perceptual chaos. This specific type of illusion highlights how your brain prioritizes. It often prioritizes recognizing the overall shape and movement of an object over perfectly rendering how it interacts with its background. It's a trade-off for speed and efficiency. In the real world, it's more important to know a car is moving towards you than to perfectly perceive the texture of the asphalt it's driving over. Illusions like this simply hijack that system. And it's not just about patterns and motion. Color and shadow play huge roles too. Remember that dress from a few years ago? Was it blue and black or white and gold? That wasn't a trick. It was your brain making different assumptions about the lighting in the photo. Some brains assumed it was in shadow, so they lightened the colors, seeing white and gold. Other brains assumed it was in bright light and darkened the colors, seeing blue and black. Both were correct interpretations of ambiguous data. Our perception of reality is constantly being constructed and guessed at. Every single moment, your brain is making assumptions about lighting, shadow, distance, and motion. It's filling in your natural blind spot, the place where the optic nerve connects to your eye so you never even notice a hole in your vision. It's creating a stable world from the jerky, rapid movements your eyes are constantly making, called saccades. What's scary is that this doesn't just happen with illusions. Your brain does this all the time, even when you think you're seeing reality clearly. This process of guessing, filling in the blanks, and making assumptions is the default mode for your brain. It means that our personal experience of the world isn't a direct recording of reality, but a carefully constructed, edited, and personalized movie directed by our own brain. It's a powerful reminder that what we see isn't always what is there. We're all experiencing our own unique version of reality. If you want to see more real experiments that break how your brain works, you'll find them here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the strange workings of your own mind.